Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are down at Cobb's Quay to have a look at this President 485. Now this is very much a liveaboard boat. The volume inside her is absolutely massive. So there's not many of these about in the UK. This is an American boat, but it is full of volume and it belies the age. This I believe is a 1993 model. And when you look on board you would not believe that this is a 1993 boat. The condition is fantastic. So we'll start on the back. As you can see, quite logically, there's a set of whittled davits here so you can winch your dinghy in and out of the water. And you can also, in this particular variant here, they're storing a what looks like a proper jet ski on the bathing platform. Emergency access and illumination to the aft cabin. There's a security camera there as well, or a reversing camera probably, and access to the bathing platform via the steps. And it looks like the davits are electrically controlled as well. Quite logically, you can see there's a hard top, so this entire area at the back here is enclosable or enclosed. New fenders all round. All of the wind protection around the aft cockpit has been wrapped. So there you go, let's have a look on board. Gain access via the gap in the stanchions here, up this little boarding ladder. That takes us to the stern cockpit here. And as I said, let me just take a step over the back here. This is a pretty big old area. It's fully laid to teak. I do apologise, it is very windy today. It has freestanding furniture all the way around, which is nice, so you can choose how you want to put it around and how you want to lay it out. And as I say, this whole section here, as you can see, actually, so they're all rolled up at the moment. You can drop those down and have this fully enclosed because you have got that full hard top above. And obviously below us here is the aft cabin, which we'll have a look at in a moment. Access to the swim platform is here. Drop that gate down, you've then got these really substantial cleats and fair leads, and again really substantial supports for the hardtop. And all of this illumination, this LED RGB illumination, you can change colour right the way around the boat. So we will go up top first, I think up the flybridge. So 3 steps takes you up to this full flybridge. Again, surprisingly spacious. And all of this has been reupholstered as well. So all of these seats here across the back, and this is a Besenzoni helm seat. I think this has come off a Princess boat, so it's a really proper full-on helm seat. That gives you access and controls to the helm station. Really lovely stainless steel wheel, bow and stern thrusters here, repeaters for the downstairs systems. I think that one is the autopilot, and this one is obviously the full Garmin system, including GPS navigation and radar overlay. And it's been upgraded with electronic controllers, so they're no longer cables. Massive storage, sunbathing, whatever you want to call it, area at the back here. And then you have got the track vision, Garmin enclosed radar, and AIS domes over there. And again, all of these lights you can see dotted around, and including the Fusion stereo systems, all run the RGB LED lighting system. You can see there's a subwoofer over there, and that does give you from up here a really good view forward. You can see the foredeck, which we're going to have a look at in a moment, right the way down, and you can obviously see the aft deck as well. And I also believe that the reversing camera you can view on the Garmin display as well. You get really good visibility, and it's actually surprisingly protected up here because there's also a full cover and also a a bimini cover as well up here. Sliding roof, so when the weather is bad you can close this all off and completely enclose the inside of the cockpit saloon, or the cockpit, sorry. Take a quick wander around the side decks. So a couple of steps down, and again, once I'm down here, if I turn around, you can see that you can close this entire area off so you don't get the wind creeping around on a windy day, a bit like today. Very wide side decks, Really nice, decent height handrail. And there's another access point off this side, so if you're moored the other way around, you can put the ladder on this side. The superstructure is incredibly clean. This is one really tidy boat. Vast sunbathing area you can see up the front here. 4 hatch here, which gives you obviously emergency access out of the fore cabin, but also gives you additional light. And then at the front here we have the anchor handling gear. So again, in keeping with the size of the boat, really decent anchor, windlass, and a bollard, big anchor, and what they call the porpoise nose. So the idea is the anchor clears the front of the boat as she's going in the water, and then foot pedals to control the anchor and fender storage underneath here. And again, really nice, chunky, massive cleat, decent fair lead, and also a rubbing strip here to stop the lines chafing the GRP. If I take a step back, that gives you an idea of the size of that foredeck area. And the black netting that's over the front of the windscreen at the moment is purely a sunshade. Just means on a bright sunny day, or if you're in hot climes, the air conditioning inside the boat isn't having to work too hard. So there you go, that is the outside and the upstairs. We can now finally get out of the wind. Just drop my shoes off and go and have a look down below. So obviously you can see there's power points and water points down there. A couple of steps back you can see large sliding door gains you access to the saloon. Very wide access, nice easy steps down, takes you into the saloon. And as you can see, vast seating area. I believe all of this upholstery has been redone as well. So dining or relaxing. Then over on the starboard side you have a large unit with fridge and an ice maker and a large TV. So decent size, I would say, domestic fridge. Ice maker over there, and then there's a few little storage cupboards down the bottom here. And obviously, as you can blatantly see there, large TV. Really good visibility, lots of glass around here. If I just take a turn around, obviously helm station here, so you can steer the boat from down here. Generally speaking, it's not uncommon on a boat like this to not have a helm chair in here, because if you're down here it's probably pretty bad upstairs, so you're going to want to stand rather than sit. And the same sort of layout as upstairs. The steering wheel. Up here we have, down here we've got the fusion controller. There's 2 fusion zones across the boat. All of your analog displays, and then obviously Garmin again, analog displays for the secondary engine, and the electronic controllers that we spoke about for the engine controls, and then selection of switchgear. And as upstairs we've got the remote control, so you can control the bow and stern thrusters, and probably from anywhere on the boat. This will work both stations. A little bit of extra storage down there. And if I just take a spin around here, you can then see that pretty substantial lounging area. There'll be storage, as you can see, cupboards underneath the seats, storage all the way around. The boat comes with full, as you can see from that vent there, warm air heating, but it also has air conditioning as well. So moving forward, a few steps down takes you to the lower dinette and the galley area. Do apologise if the LEDs are flickering a little bit. So that's the dinette, and there's the galley. Again, it's sort of domestic style galley. Comes with a full size, as in the cockpit, full size domestic fridge. Lots of drawer storage down here. You've got drawers all the way down there. Storage under here. Very much a domestic size and style of sink. Mixer tap. Ventilation via the portholes, which are dotted around down here. More storage up here. Full crockery set. And then there's a combination microwave inverter oven there, and a full ceramic Neff cooktop here with additional storage up here as well, and lots of workspace. You can use that table there. You can quite logically either eat or prepare your food down here as well. And over on the right hand side here, set in really neatly, is small dishwasher and a full conventional oven and grill. I'll take a step back over here, and for the sake of it, underneath this step here, this lifts up, and the whole thing, that whole unit under there, is full of storage. So again, you can get a pretty good idea. Vast saloon, really usable galley and dinette area, and this sends us off to 3 doors. So first door here takes us into the midships bunk cabin. So very straightforward, 2 bunks, again opening ventilation. There is storage and decent sized bunk lengths, and tons and tons of headroom. I mean, just to give you an idea, I'm not particularly tall in all fairness, but there is a lot of headroom in here. So that's the midships. Obviously forward here is the fore cabin, and off to the right hand side here is the shared heads. So open that up, again good ventilation, conventional loo. There's a sink unit over there, and if I step inside, you can see then that there's a shower unit here as well, with a curtain that you can pull around so that the water doesn't go outside into the other cabin. And if I show you the floor, you can see that the floor is then got a really nice sort of teak insert in it, and that fully drains all that shower water overboard. There's a storage cupboard over the side there, and you can see there's a secondary door here. So this is very much the sort of standard jack and jill that we talk about. So you can gain access to this heads from the midships cabin. You can also gain access directly from the fore cabin. So let's go and have a look in the fore cabin. So again, good floor space, lots of room in here, lots of headroom again. Quite a nice little neat offset berth. So it's still a double. It's got good space and size in here. Nice mirror to reflect some light around. Opening port light on that side. And this is the hatch that we looked at on the foredeck. And if I spin around, you can then see over here. So here we have access to the shared heads for the 2 fore cabins. Exactly the same as the one we just looked at. That gives you an idea. And again, it's really easy if you're in the fore cabin to gain access through there. In here we have another full-size wardrobe, light switches, and then controls for the AC ventilation system. So that's the fore cabin. Takes you back out into the dinette. Obviously this is a high-low table. I would be very surprised if 2 things. 1, there isn't storage all the way under here, and 2, I'd be very surprised if that doesn't lower to make another berth with some infill cushions. So go back through the galley and the dinette up into the the saloon. We're going to stop here and just have a look at the control panel. So this is all of your trip switches and 240 volt and 12 volt controllers, and then there above here, there's the controller for the diesel Eberspacher warm air heating system. So back through the saloon, and you'll notice down here there's another little gangway down here. This takes us into the aft cabin. And again, if I stop here, you can get an idea of the size of this cabin. So tons and tons of floor space all the way around here. Completely flat floor the whole way around, so there's no stepping up and down for the balancing off the hull. Really nice little corner seat there. There you can see behind us are the large emergency escape windows. So the idea is if you can't go forward and you need to get out, you can go back out onto the bathing platform, but also at night they give you ventilation and a bit of extra daylight. You do have quite large windows up here which open, and the same on the other side. I shut the door, and behind here is a very large double wardrobe. this is people's personal possession, so I won't know too much of it. Lots and lots of sideboard storage over the side here. Again, really clever use of mirrors to make the room look vast. Actually, they've even got mirrors around the back here, so it does give the effect of a very large cabin, which again, to be fair, it is. Decent sized TV on the bulkhead there, and again, if I just show you the headroom, lots and lots of headroom, so really, really comfortable, really spacious. You can see here we've got the Fusion stereo unit. You can see there's a ventilation box for the AC, and it looks like the whole of this area here is all, yeah, storage. So all of this running the whole way around is all storage with shelving at the back there. And it's really, really nice light wood. Yes, it's a big cabin. Yes, it's well illuminated and there's lots of mirrors. But this light oak, I think it is, makes for a really nice looking cabin. So the last thing to look at here is the heads. But before we get there, you can actually see there's a little desk unit here. Again, additional storage. This door here takes us into the heads. So this is the ensuite to the master. Very similar layout, so conventional loo. Behind that towel is a large mirror. There's another storage cupboard in there. Usual sink as you would expect. Storage underneath. And access to some of the systems. And then conventionally, as before, shower water drains through that teak insert in the floor and drains over the side. Let's have a quick look at this cabin from here. So there you go. And once you're in here, you then have this absolutely vast shower. Probably the largest shower on a boat that I've seen in a long time that is under 60 foot. Absolutely massive. So yeah, if you're looking for a liverboard that's in phenomenal condition, you can't really appreciate on this video just how clean, tidy and well fitted out this is. All of the fabrics have all been redone extremely recently. The wood is in exceptionally good condition. There's another looking cupboard in here, look. Oh no, tell a lie, not a cupboard, washer dryer. So very much a liverboard. There's a little cupboard up here which has got additional glasses, and last but by no means least, I would imagine, is the engine bay. So let's have a quick look at the engine bay. So here you go. Down here we have a couple of Caterpillar V8s. They will give this vessel around 18 knots as a cruise speed. They're pretty big to be fair, but Cats are really solid old engines. The other engine, as you can probably see, is just over the far side there. Over there, really spacious, actually surprisingly well illuminated engine bay. These drive off shafts. You can see, oh, you can see that there's a hot water system over there. I think behind us down this side is the generator, another hot water system there, and then behind us here we have the air chiller system and some of the 12-volt battery systems. That black tubular box over there is the air dispatcher warm air heating system. So yeah, big old engine bay, big boat, decent propulsion, and again you can't beat Cats, they're pretty sturdy old engines. So I hope you've enjoyed the tour. Please like and subscribe, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time round. Thanks for watching.